In an ugly loss to the Utah Jazz on Friday night, there is one positive to gain from that for the Boston Celtics, and that they can be hard on each other. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Meg Petralia and Josue Pavone, and I don't mean that they can be hard on each other and it's okay. I mean, it's a constructive way that this team communicates. Marcus Smart in the third quarter against the Jazz got on Daniel Theis because he thinks that he deserved to score more buckets, as you mentioned in our game video that you can check out on CLNSmedia.com. But it's a really positive sign that this team isn't sensitive. They know that they all have each other's back. They all have the common goal, and they're able to kind of rag on each other and give each other that tough love.
Yeah, definitely, Sierra. It's a sign of maturity. And at the end of the day, it's a sign of a team that really is getting to, maybe I shouldn't say getting to know each other, but they already know each other, and they trust each other, and they have to instill that kind of confidence. You know, Daniel Theis, people have been talking about the Celtics getting this proverbial big man, right? Oh, you need this guy that's going to help us and do, big things and protect the rim. Well, Theis has been doing that. The last month or so, I feel like he's not getting enough credit for that. Maybe he is in practice, maybe his teammates are, but in the media, we're not seeing that as much. You know what? So he needs to reward himself, and I'm really glad that Marcus Smart did that.
Well, there is rewarding himself offensively, but what teams are finding out about the Celtics inside is they've got a rim protector, but they're not big. They're not strong.
Right.
They're not physical.
Right, but the defense is there, track. Like that's my point.
It is, but I think what you're going to wind up seeing come playoff time is teams are going to test the Celtics' toughness and their size, their physical strength under the basket. And that is, I think what Marcus Smart is kind of getting at, he wants this team to be a lot stronger and mentally tougher. And the thing that stuck out to me in Marcus Smart's postgame presser with us here Friday night was that he kept saying, we don't sugarcoat things. We can talk to each other through difficult times and get the message across that this is what we think you should be doing and this is how you can improve yourself.
Yeah. Do you think that the injuries are starting to wear mentally on these guys? I mean, Gordon Hayward and Jaylen Brown were obviously out on Friday night, and they might miss a little bit more time. Kemba Walker, for the first time in his career, has had to miss a significant amount of games. Jason Tatum's dealt with illness, and now they're coming back. Their minutes are limited. How much does that affect a guy's mental game? Because it has to be significant.
Twofold, Sarah. I think it affects them physically on the court, the obvious, because they have to make adjustments when players aren't there, like Jaylen Brown and like Gordon Hayward here on Friday night, and certainly Jaylen Brown's going to be out, it looks like, for probably at least a week. He's not going to play Sunday night. But the other aspect is psychologically, they are getting tired of answering questions from us in the media about whether or not you're missing guys.
Right.
And that really starts to wear on you. And then some of the guys around there in that locker room who haven't been around the block as much, some of the younger players, start to question themselves. And that's where a guy like Marcus Smart has to come in and say, I don't give a crap what they're saying on the outside. We got to be true to who we are.
Yeah, I mean, and on the inside, momentum-wise, I mean, of course it has to bother them because you don't know, you're on a leash. I think Kemba Walker is a perfect example of that. He's not used to this, the minutes restriction thing. And it's almost as if it's like you almost want rather get the whole green light, get the full game, or not play at all. And right now he's stuck in that, in between, and he just really wants the restrictions to be lifted, but it can't be, and I just think it's really tough for them to really find their stride, to find their rhythm. And the same thing goes for Jason Tatum, Brad Stevens talked about how Jason Tatum, you have to be careful with his minutes, and that's something that he hasn't necessarily had to worry about his entire career, especially this season. He's played a lot of minutes, and it's a smart move by Brad. Don't get me wrong. I just think right now it's tough for them to really go through this, something that they're not used to, and then moving forward, you're thinking to yourself, okay, wait, we're down to 20 games. Okay, soon we'll be down to 15. Postseason's right around the corner. So I do think that that's definitely playing a part, and it's going to take a little bit before they actually get used to it. But at the same time, with the minutes restriction and the health between Gordon Hayward and Jaylen Brown, I mean, you're not quite sure what the rotation is going to look like, and neither are the players.
Right. And this Garden Report is brought to you by CarShield, America's #1 auto protection provider. Call 800-CAR-6000 and mention code GARDEN, or go to their website at carshield.com and use code GARDEN for 10% off. For all the rest of our Celtics content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.